少年よ神話になる
Soon the presidency shall be mine.
Donald Trump has shamed our party by moving to Japan and participating in anime. The only one left to restore our party's glory is Anonymous Republican.
Oh, the new Donald Trump anime? You mean the one we watch every Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. EST?
I don't watch anime. Who do you think I am? William Wang?
Shill, come here. I hear that to win the presidency, I have to first win the primary elections. I don't remember that happening last year. Wasn't the thing where I went on stage to debate with that old poor guy?
Every 4 years, our party hosts a national convention. There are delegates to the convention vote on a candidate to send to the general elections. The delegates are elected by states in events called primaries and caucuses. They're supposed to vote for the people in their state.
Did the delegates have to?
Well, no, but most do.
I have a good idea. Why don't we just bribe all the delegates into voting for me? After all, I'm the better candidate.
No, you can't. That would make you extremely unpopular with citizens. Focus on winning primaries and caucuses in the states.
So what's the difference between a primary and a caucus?
There are two different methods of selecting delegates. In a caucus, party members debate and then vote on the candidate that they want their delegates to vote for. A primary is run as an election. There are 3 types of primaries. An open primary allows all registered voters to vote for whichever party's candidate they choose. A closed primary only allows registered party members to vote in it. And in a blanket primary, voters can vote on more than one party's candidates. Delegates are then assigned based on the votes.
This is way too much work for me. I'll just talk to the people and use my famous Shillary charisma to win them over while you do all this stuff.
Welcome to Phil and Friends, and now our daily report on this year's presidential campaign. Now, Mr. Bobby Jindal... Oh, it seems like we have an update coming in. Yes, so Mr. Anonymous Republican has only won 1 primary so far. With the exception of the state of Louisiana, Shillary Flinton has won every single primary. With 15 primaries to go, expect Mr. Anonymous Republican to be dropping out soon. It looks like Miss Flinton has a huge chance of winning the presidency, with recent polls seeing her taking as much as 80% of the popular vote. Back to you, Shill.
Today was the first day of the Republican National Convention, held in this building, where Shillary Flinton is expected to secure her already monstrous lead over Anonymous Republican. While there are questions regarding corruption around the Republican National Convention chairman, Shill Flinton, it seems these questions will not harm Shillary's campaign. Now back to you, Shill.
Friends, while France may not appreciate our ideas, the US could do with some new blood like me, a beautiful, intelligent, and politically adept woman with new ideas to bring to the table. Shillary Flinton does not deserve the presidency!
In recent news, a new presidential candidate has emerged. Her name is Marianne Lestillo, the leader of the local back party in France. While many have questioned her qualifications as president, apparently she was born in the US and spent a majority of her childhood here, 14 years to be exact. What a coincidence. Marianne Lestillo announced her candidacy last night and says she will focus on the interests of small states such as Mormondy. We think she means Utah. Now back to you, Shill. Welcome everyone to the first and only presidential debate of this election cycle. I am Peter Suncioni and I will be your moderator for this debate. Now let's get on to the questions. Our first question is, do you frequently use email to deliver classified information?
Whenever I use it, I always make sure that any confidential information is processed through government servers and email accounts.
Well,
No comment.
moving on. Would you ever ignore or deny requests for additional security at a US embassy site?
US embassies are adequately protected.
Well, that concludes our debate. I would like to thank Miss Stilo and Miss Flinton for joining us on stage, as well as the audience for requesting good grades. Please give both candidates a round of applause. Back to you, Shill.
Shillary, the election results are out.
So did I win the presidency? Oh wait, why am I even asking you? Of course I did.
Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is that you won the popular vote by an astounding 76%. That means people really liked you.
So what's a popular vote? Is there an unpopular vote? I bet that all went to the Stilo, right?
No, the popular vote is the vote cast directly by the people themselves.
So what other kind of vote would there be?
Well, see, that's the thing. In the US, the Electoral College is the group that determines the presidency. The electoral vote is the vote cast by the Electoral College. Each state is assigned electors based on the amount of people they have in Congress, and DC also gets 3 electors. Currently, there are 538 electoral votes, and 270 of them are needed to win. Electoral votes in most states follow the winner-take-all system, which means whoever wins the popular vote in the state wins all electoral votes in the state.
So basically, what does that mean? If I won the popular vote, doesn't that mean I also won the electoral vote?
Well, sorry, that isn't always true. My own vice president didn't win, and Donald Trump, who's in Japan right now, also won the presidency without the popular vote. And unfortunately, Ms. Silo won the electoral vote by exactly 270 votes, with 24% of the vote. She's the next president.
Yes! Destroy that dumb Shillary!
How is that possible?
Well, one of the biggest criticisms of electoral college is that it's undemocratic, because the people's vote isn't reflected by the electoral vote. Your opponent won by slightly over 50% in many of the small states that she campaigned in, and reached exactly 270 electoral votes. I'm really sorry, Shillary, it really is a tragedy. However, in brighter news, the new episode of the Donald Trump anime came out.
I would never watch that! How disgusting!
What can I say? I'm a weeb.